might be ready, I'm not sure yet. Oh, my mic's a bit funky. Come back. Come back. Where did the music go? Oh, there we go. Welcome, gamers! How's everybody doing? I don't have anything open on my personal computer right now. I think we have to put the hood up again. I'm really scared about headphone dent. Because my hair is way too long at the moment. Also, Vinks redeeming first. Congrats, Tenchi. Streaming while I'm watching Cats 2019. You know what? That's a valid excuse. I can understand if you want to watch Cats 2019 instead. My shit's all fucked up. Just in here. It's all... My lips are really dry. I've got like cotton mouth. I also was incredibly ill prepared. I've been doing this thing recently where I lay in bed until like 10 minutes before I actually have to do the thing that I'm doing, whether it is streaming or whether it's going to work. So this morning I got up and then remembered that I still needed to have a shower. So I went and took a shower and then got out of the shower and clicked start stream. So good thing that it wasn't on my camera. I have a preview and stuff like that, but if I didn't know about the preview and it was on my camera scene, you would have just seen everything. And it's nothing flattering, that's for sure. Nothing good going on in this uncovered region. It is the most below average male body you'll ever see in your life. I mean, you won't see it. Especially considering that my OnlyFans application got rejected. Yeah, it was crazy. They straight up said, "Hey, we cannot accept your OnlyFans application. Your dick too small." They said that. It was crazy. In an email as well. Pretty heartbreaking stuff, but... How was everyone's week? We made it to Saturday again, or Friday for those of you in a different time zone. It's crazy. This week went so quick, but every day went really long, if that makes sense. It was like every day just like dragged on so much, but the week went really quick. Like a week ago, not even, more than a week ago, we were doing the karaoke stream. That shit crazy. I straight up might just have to like rinse out my mouth or something like that. Whoa, we got PC Game... What is that? PC Game Pass drops? Whoa. That's crazy. Anyway, I wanted to do some shit today. I don't know how many people are on the server right now. There is a chance that just nobody is on the server, but that's fine because I think if that's the case, we could work on doing some create stuff to then make the underground area even more open, and then we could have like levels for spectators and shit. Felis, what are you doing here? What the heck? I thought you were streaming. What? Welcome. I just realized I don't have any water. Let me grab some water while the game's opening. holy trinity of white guy, I'm dead. Well, exactly. You know, I asked ChatGPT, who is AayoJack? And they said, I think I have a photo of it somewhere. Actually, maybe I don't. But it was like, AayoJack is a AayoJack is a YouTube content creator, Twitch streamer, and self-proclaimed comedian. And I was like, damn, that sucks. I usually stream late at night, my time zone. Well, yeah, it's funny because your like late night streams are similar to my just general nighttime streams. So it all kind of makes sense. Let me load into the server and then I will grab water. Vinx. Hi, Vinx. Everyone in unison. Hi, Vinx. There's a couple of people in the server at the moment. Look, Vinx, look. Look, it's Felis. Felis is here. Alright, let me... Alright. Let me just go here.
I'll drink to that one, matey.
I hate trying to read out names of people that follow me because I know I'm gonna butcher them. But thank you for the follow. Oh no. Welcome into the stream. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. You know what, we'd leave this open. We throw out a couple of our little guys. Oops. So you can look at them. And let me grab some water. You should watch the drunk karaoke VOD. You probably shouldn't do that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000,000,000,000%. Dude, that was a lot of physical activity. I fogged up my glasses. Might be the nerdiest thing I ever said. Okay, let me pause the music because I've come to realize that that messes up the VOD when it gets edited. You know, we already have the first episode of this SMP ready to go up. I just have to make a thumbnail. So just here, you know what? Just give me a second. There you go. We can use that for the... Man. What a world we live in. Alright, I don't want to view the crash report. Maybe I do. To be honest. This shit happens every time I tab out. I thought that, like, full screen mode caused it, but I'm not even in full screen anymore. Guys, you want me to let you in on a little secret? This is not water. But it is some delicious gamer juice. Sorry, I feel like that's worded a little bit incorrectly. I still got this terrible cotton mouth feeling. It's awful. So I did a thing recently where I went and saw a stand-up show, and now like my toxic trait is now believing that I could also do stand-up. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to write a stand-up, like just a tight fiver, and I'm going to perform it in an open mic one day. Because if I die without ever performing or just doing something that genuinely freaks me out, that's going to be lame. That's going to be lame as fuck. Vinks, I will do Russian roulette. I gotta figure out why my game is not showing up. Hello, are we here? Hello? I'm worried that if I tab out too many times, my game is gonna crash. The fuck? Why is the game not here anymore? Why has this happened to me? You can hear the audio. Like, I could just straight... What is that? Oh. So that's what my game capture is. I do not want to do display capture. That shit's gonna suck. Do I just have to restart? Oh, this is a mess. Ah. Hang on. I can't pull the trigger. Oh, saved. One day that's going to hit me in my head. I mean, it has multiple times, but like, one day it's actually going to hit me in the head. Let's just go full cam for a minute while I try and figure out what the F is going on. Oh, Jack, I'm going to ask you something. Uh-oh. When Vinks goes to ask you something, you know that something's going to go wrong. It's going to be like, oh, Jack, I'm going to ask you something. When I draw a photo of you having rough, passionate sex with an Enderman, do you want to be sweating or do you not want to be sweating? Would you rather be bald or have ass hair? What a crazy question to ask. Stop infecting every chat. She just does that. I think I would rather... Oh, you know, because you can kind of min-max this to get like the best of both worlds or the worst of both worlds, and you could shave your head and then glue your head hair to your ass and then kind of like double up. That like they're both rough, but you can kind of do it that way if you want to. Let's see if this... Hey! Did we make it back? Maybe. Hey, we made it back. Oh, what the fuck? Immediately got called Grandpa by Jet in the chat. Alright. Oh, dude. So there are so many there's so many mods in this that it kind of causes some issues for me. Is that I will be like finding new ores and stuff like that, which is funny because ores like these, the mythic metals stuff, is from it is a mod that I had in a server of my own at one point. But there's also the create mod, which is, I think it's going to have an incredible, like, incredibly like taxing. It's going to be very snowing in Minecraft. It's going to be really taxing for the performance of the server. What are you? Can I like turn off the snow? Because I feel like it is causing, like, this is rough to look at. I can't see anything. Where is it? Particles. Snowflakes. Weather. Yeah, there we go. Wow, look, I can see again. Something just looks shitty. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm not using texture packs or anything like that. But something about this just looks really yucky. I'm going to bring up my task manager once I put on these shaders and figure out what is causing problems. Okay, well, I can see that I have metal open. I don't need that. My game is totally going to crash. That's a bit better. We're getting there. Something about it just looks choppy. Okay, yeah, 40 frames, but for why? Let's get rid of that. I would love to use a shader pack, though. Wait, that's not too bad. It's still like 40 frames, right? Wait, do I have like VSync or something turned on that I didn't notice? No? Dude, I feel like this is that, oh, hang on. Blue and then darker blue. All right. We'll see if I can do that, because sometimes the lighting just looks weird. How's that? See, because that kind of looks purplish. But it is blue, I promise. That's also blue, but looks more purple. I think that's about as good as we can get. Okay. Let's... I think this works. What the fuck? Wait, what? I've fallen into the ocean. Yeah, I'm curious to know what's causing the frame rate to be shit, because like, wait, do I not have enough dedicated WAM? That actually might be the problem. Wait, how much RAM is it using? I think it might be. Let me just do this real quick. Oh, I have to close out of the game. Sorry, I promise we'll play video games soon. And yeah, usually I have music, but I have to figure out. I was having problems with my Can I edit this? Uh Because I think I have like 32 gigs of RAM or something. Let me make sure I can actually see chat while I'm Let's try this. This could be like crazy fucking overkill. But we'll see. I might just end up. The lighting is making cool effects on your couch. Whoa, it looks like my couch is melting. Usually I have the lights like somewhat hidden, but the things that I used to hide them behind, the cats would end up knocking them off the, like that used to be like this light behind me used to be behind the cushion there, and it would light like all behind me, and then the cats kept knocking it off the couch. But they're not here anymore. I killed them. So, dude, it sucks when there's no music playing. This is weird. I feel like I have to fill dead air with my own voice. Let's see how this goes. There's a chance that this doesn't really change anything. I know it's still in full cam at the moment. It's dark though, and I'm scared, so I just want to get underground first. Let's have a look. I've got Nicki music in the background, like Infinity Nicki music. Because yeah, I've got this weird thing going on right now where whenever I try and record and stream at the same time, my PC just starts cooking itself. That's what usually causes the problems with that's what causes the problems with like the stream, when the stream like crashes and shit. It's usually because I'm trying to stream and record at the same time. I think this is better though. I still don't get why it's only sitting at like 60 frames. Oh. Okay, so dude, it's so dark. I want to see if I can get some people to sleep. And while we're trying to get some people to sleep, I want to plan out my day. I think... What's this achievement? Duracell. Yeah, so people are getting very... Like, people are progressing a lot with the mythic metals, with the create mod and shit like that. And I don't want to spend all of my time just like working on building this little Colosseum thing. So I think I want to do some stuff with create mod, but it's also, it takes so long to get to a point where you're actually like in a good position. We could just go like normal gaming mode and just go mining and do all the normal shit. All the simple gamer shit. Jet keeps calling me grandpa because I'm 25. What the fuck? Xbox Game Bar? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you open? And how do I get rid of it? Alright, let's establish our plan. I would love to get a book and quill. I like taking down a to-do list in a book and quill in the game. So then I can't forget because it's like right there in my inventory. But I want to... I keep seeing these achievements. A mithril drill. Oh boy. I actually want to see if I can get some people to do an underground fight club Pokemon battle here. I can straight up just be like, oh, but I need diamond investors for my startup project if any rich gamers are interested. I need to take like an investment from somebody for like startup funds to then run one battle, have people take their bets, and then I can help pay out on the bets. Okay, hold up. Jet is teleporting to me.
Hello, Jack.
Hello.
How many diamonds would you need?
I didn't get that far yet. I just know that I'm gonna need diamonds for my startup project.
Damn, crazy. Ooh, can I take this Banglium off your hands?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Doesn't it
It has
usually
a-
explode? What makes it explode? Ah, there you go.
Well, fortune makes it explode a bit more often, but silk touch, like, is better for it. But you know,
I didn't realize how many mods are actually in this server.
real.
I straight up just thought it was COBBLEMON, and then I saw some create mod stuff, and then I saw the Banglamore, and...
Hold on. Where is this? Oh, this is
In
Oh, this
Kanto.
is a weird place. Yeah, hold on. Let me mark this. I live in Kanto.
It's like, it's literally like just north. Yeah, just north
let's
of
go
the
outside.
of the
I'll
thing.
show you. Oh yeah, it is. It's south, I think. Yeah, no, you're
Oh
south
yeah, it is.
from it. I'll take you to my base. I'll show you
Ooh.
around. Would you like to buy some Pokeballs as well? I sell them. One stack, 2 diamonds, or we can sell the diamonds up for anything else.
Ah.
Alright, let's just actually no, let's take the scenic route. Come on. You gotta right click and you can get on.
You can have multiple people ride a Charizard. That's crazy.
It's only up to 2 so far. So far is like what I've experienced because I doubt any of my other friends would have ride a Charizard.
Why not?
So as we approach a town,
Oh yeah, shit's changed.
you'll probably be able to spot a tower of sorts.
Oh yeah. I I was here like 2 days ago. What happened? Oh wait, this is your base? I straight up saw this when I saw the create stuff and then realized that create mob was in the game.
Yeah. We'll show you around. We've got a bit more progress than before. What the fuck is that? What the hell? But are those gates? I thought those like stairs. All right. We've got this thing, which is just for having to do anything other than make Pokeballs.
My PC
then
is
this.
loving being in this area.
Yep, it really does. This is making Pokeballs at the moment. Holy fucking shit!
I can't
Every
look in
time
it.
I look, it keeps getting more and more like crazy. Okay. If you jump around all this shit, can automation is the future, Jack.
Yeah, I'm expecting that the server will crash multiple times with the create mod. I tried to run a server with create and it was a mess.
Yep, there's automatic iron. It's really fucking slow though. Hi, Azu.
Hello, AayoJack.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, give me a moment. Let me change my device. Turn on my speaker.
There's also more to explore. Oh right, the fucking barrel we have that's just full of wood. Would you like some wood, Jack?
Sure.
Oh, Jet, step away real quick.
Free piss wood.
I have something to give you. I got something to give you.
Gimme. Gimme, shimmy, shimmy. Oh my god, Yazoo, you fucking legend. I'm using it right now. Fuck, I don't have the cuff. Hold on.
Anyway, Jack, you're looking for sponsors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your business idea? Curious.
Just making sure nobody's hearing. Okay, so basically, I want to start an underground fight club. Whether it's legal or not, I'm not too sure. But it's going to be essentially that you grab a Pokemon, throw it into a tournament setting, and then people bet on who they think's going to win, and then they can win diamonds.
Tell me,
So a
Jack,
Pokemon
what would be
battle.
the first rule about this fight club?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think maybe if like it gets too like hot and people start getting suspicious, I'm gonna disguise it as a daycare so people can drop off their Pokemon, and I can take care of the Pokemon. But actually, I make them fight each other.
Okay, that's awesome. Let's do it. Okay. How many diamonds would you need?
I actually don't know yet. It's
Okay,
mainly
figure that out.
to keep some sort of like back pocket currency for the betting plans.
Okay.
I can just keep swapping him.
But yeah, I'll get there.
That's understandable. Would it be in the Pokemon battle standpoint, or would it be like, oh, I'm gonna fight this Marie for something.
No, it's gonna be. You know what? That could actually be like a fun little limited time event, like Fortnite no build. But I think at the moment, it's straight up going to be like each person gets a Pokemon at this level, and then
Okay.
we take care of them.
I see. Okay. Where do you plan to build this?
I have an area that Jet just saw. It's like just what did I
it's
say?
just a bit
South
underground.
of
Yeah, it's south. I'll take you to it, Yazoo. I've got it marked.
Okay. I'll probably head to it later because I need to get a lot of mining done. But it sounds like a great idea, and I'd be willing to, or at least Team Rocket, I believe, would be willing to finance a bit.
Yeah, cool.
What do you mean I can't ride the cool looking one? There we go. Hop on, Yazoo.
I can hop on? Oh,
Yeah.
no. No, no, I
Alright,
can't.
Ghost, you're getting dropped.
Drop
Oh no. Oh god.
There's a grave.
Call that a ghost pancake. Alright, get in, Yazoo.
I'm in. Up and
Fly
away.
me to the moon. Let me
Jet still needed to
fly.
show me the rest of the area, but I knew what was going on. I don't even think I had I like set my spawn there. Actually, I did set my spawn, but I don't know if I could set a warp for it. But I want to. Oh, they have a waystone here. I didn't even get that far. Oh, Yazoo's house. Yeah, this shit's so laggy being back here. But hey, that's good news. We got some investors for the fucking thing. Oh.
Jack, you might want to claim this place.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Whee!
Hang on.
Yep. Pokemon Fight Club right here.
I literally played on Wednesday and that was it, and did this, and that's as far as I've gotten in terms of anything. So I wanted to, like, I'm gonna make it bigger, I'm gonna make it look a little bit nicer. It's still gonna look gritty, and it's essentially gonna look like the Gulag, but it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be like pretty gritty.
Okay.
Hey, Onyx.
That makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna head back mining.
Your fight club isn't.
Yeah.
It's absorbed him.
Yeah. I don't have control over that.
Damn.
Oh. But yeah, I'll sort some stuff out and then
Just
we
yell
can...
out and Team Rocket can help.
Yeah, that's,
though
you know,
we're meant
I
to
feel like
be
that
best
sentence has never been said before.
Well, we can help at a price, of course.
Yeah.
That's
It'll be
that's all I
like
mean.
essentially paying back over the course of however long. Oh, Tenchi's trying to TP to me. Tenchi's also the admin, and so I'm
Tenchi.
scared.
And I'm TP. Hi, Tenchi.
Hi, Tenchi. Welcome to the daycare.
Oh my god. Right, Tenchi is rich.
Yeah, I had a feeling that... Oh, Tenchi, can I get a deep slate off you as well? Because I know that you were trying to get rid of it.
Tenchi, can I get a netherite block?
Tenchi, can I get your BSBN account number?
Tenchi, can you ban that guy?
Mods, take him away.
I'll scoop up the rest.
I don't
want
like
some.
have anything in regards to like the mods and shit like that, and I still need to figure out what I'm going to need. Actually, I should get a backpack. That'd be good.
Yeah,
Is
you
it Traveler's
probably
backpack?
did. I don't know. It's just put in backpack in JEI and it comes out. So it takes 4 leather.
Oh,
So it's
sophisticated.
annoying half.
Yeah, right.
So Pokemon daycares, am I right?
Yeah, like taking care of the Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I really gotta empty out the inventory. I'll be back.
Tenchi, how do I claim my area? I love this, whatever this plugin or mod is, where you can see when people are typing and shit. Because they start just aggressively swatting their hands. But that's good. Yeah, so we got investors for the Fight Club. Alright, bye Tenchi. Yeah, we got investors. And we're going to be able to get more progress because we got the all the deep slate as well. And we got 1 iron ingot. Do we also import the slot machines that I was making in the other servers? I feel like that'd be good. Because pretty much the whole point is just making a lump sum of diamonds off people. And I could do it with iron as well for, like, you know, the poor people. And I'm only saying that because because I now have 32 diamonds and 2 stacks of iron blocks. What's 64 times 9? I'm not even, you know what? I'm not even going to try. Let's get our little fella out. I miss him. Yeah, so I think I could straight up just say, like, I think I could straight up just be like, okay, go into your map and press C. I don't remember what my map button is. I think it's this. Nope. This. Nope. This. Oh. There's a fucking trader llama here. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So I can actually see where everyone's living at. Oh, there actually is animals. I should go and get to these cows and shit over here. And murk them and get their leather for, Get me out of here. Okay, well, first I should just make some... I think we save the diamonds for as long as possible. We use iron tools. Because we're modest. I'm a modest rich man now. So let's do something like this, this, and may as well just make like iron armor. Just to be safe. Oh, and I can... Okay. Let's just put all this away. And we can put all this away too. Cool. Very nice. I can make a bucket for water for some MLG bucket clutch moments. Alright, let's go kill some mobs. Some animals. Dude, is it always fucking nighttime in the server? What the hell was that noise? Oh, there was snow over the top of the thing. Oh, it's the llama, maybe. Where are you? Grass, rice, spider egg. Oh, can people sleep? What the fuck? That was a real human cough. Did you guys hear that too, or am I... What the fuck is going on? There's a human under there. No, Skull Bunny. No, the fucking... There is a sick fucking zombie person under here, I think. What the hell? This is a fucking murder mystery. Hold on. I need... Where are my torches? What the fuck? Where did you come from? Where did this person come from? Are they a zombie or are they just sick? Huh, someone new, huh? What stroke of misfortune guided you to this place? I'm settling.
Hi.
Let's tell him a joke about a monster.
Hello.
Oh. Well, it's still sad. Oh, is there like seasons? I'm guessing nighttime lasts long so you can get ghost and dark type Pokemon. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Hey. Do you want to come out? Balls. I'm now trapped with the sick person. Hold on. Just relax for a second. There you go. Where the fuck are they going? I'm gonna follow this person. I need to figure out where they're going. Whoa. They're a fighter. They're gonna die. Whoa. Where are they going? Is there a village nearby or something? Because I'm pretty sure... So this is the Minecraft Comes Alive mod, but I'm pretty sure that fucking villages don't just spawn randomly around the world. Oh, you are dead for sure. Dude, they are booking it. Holy shit. Oh god. How the fuck did they get all the way... Oh no, I lost them. Where'd they go? Balls. No. Where did they go? Shit. Jet, what's going on? I just found a villager underneath the ground. And I freed them and was trying to find out where they were going. And now I lost them. That was so odd. Now it's becoming daytime, though. I want to go over here and just decimate some mobs. Where'd all the fucking cows go? So there's straight up seasons in this game? In this server? That's kind of cool. Yeah, because I was wondering why there was snow in, like, these biomes. These biomes don't have snow in them. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think that small gift from quest completed, find a pig. Oh yeah, how do I should figure out how to access the quest menu as well. Whoa. Oh! Oh, good to know my score bunny has recovered from fainting. I had a feeling. God damn it. I was looking down there and I was like, I've played these games before. You can slash back? Oh, that's so free. I don't know if I like that though. That's just... Now I haven't lost anything. I've lost nothing from dying, except my my flawless record. I'm doing a little bit more exploring because I want to... Whoa! You're cute. You're cute as fuck. Oh, hey, Zach's here. You've got to be kidding me. I've not seen this Pokemon before, but I want him. Oh fuck, server rebooting right now? No! Everything's going wrong. Oh, this is terrible. Come on, I need to know if I caught that fucking Pokemon. Zach, what's up, man? You want to play some more rematch today? I don't really have much going on after stream. Zach, what was that message you just sent to me? Gotta get the quest 3 so I can finally have a virtual girlfriend. Unreal. We're back. Did I catch the Pokemon? I don't know what's gonna happen to the server trying to catch a Pokemon right as the Okay, so all the Pokemon just despawned. And I lost a Pokeball. Not fair. This is robbery. Evolves into my... Wait, is that him? He's here. Ah! He's a pretty high level. I don't know if I catch him. Fuck. Can I... Okay. Here's for those who are actually playing in the server. Can I beat the shit out of him to get him to low health and then try and catch him? Like, without being in a battle? Because he's cute. He's like my little pet. But I do not have Pokemon that are strong enough to fight him. But I like him. I want him. Can I scoop him up in a bucket? Wait, do we have... No, we don't. I was wondering if we had the carry-on mod. Fuck it, we try and fight this guy. Flame charge. Alright. kind of what I expected. Let's go, Minin. It did some damage. Oh god. Oh, he's paralyzed. This could be good for us. Surely we can catch him. Do we get him? I've had my fair share of getting fucked over. Yes! Let's go! Huge. So huge. Alright, Pichu, come back. My little guy. I have way too many just cute little Pokemon. I need some, like, big, scary, tough Pokemon. Here's Edgy Fox, baby. Whoa! Where the fuck did the... Oh, I should be getting these apricorns. So, I believe that you use these to make Pokeballs. With something else that I don't know what. Oh,
Oh
copper,
boy,
I think.
sub.
Oi!
That's a sub.
21 months in a row. Dude, every time I go live, Zach subs. It's weird. It's weird that it just... I'm quite positive that I stream more than once a month. I know it doesn't feel like it, but... Thanks, Zach. Prime subs. Just got jump scared by ads. Alright. I need to figure out... Dude, there's just no... Dude, the fucking... The thing's like spreading. You can see the snow like... Spreading now. I can't even see cows on the map. I just need leather. Hidden in the mountain store? Oh. More shit that I will not be able to get. Let me get water before this all freezes over. Alright, I want to head back to... Wait, I can just warp. Oh, I can just do this? Fire. Alright, put my little dudes in there. Little guy. I want to look up some more shit about Zorua. What is his, Wait, is my Zorua a boy or a girl? Boy. My Minin is a girl. He is dark, edgy fox. I think evolving him would be a good idea. So what do we say? We go fight some Pokemon? We just... Like, I finally have a Pokemon that's, like, a decent level. However, I also wish that I could hide my armor. Because I want to... I just don't like having armor on my character. But I need the protection. Obviously, it doesn't do much because that creeper fucking destroyed me. Get leather armor and put glowstone dust all around it. That sounds like some fucking Aether BS. Aether portal. What? I don't even know what I'm supposed to look for, to be honest. I don't have glowstone or leather. You know what, fuck it. We're going armorless right now. It's so laggy in the main center. Dude, create mod's gonna be a rough one. So is this Candy's house? Let me find some Pokemon to kill. Level 31. That'll be good for us, though. Let me grab out my Pichu. Ah, little guy. And then call back. And I'm gonna put this onto Score Bunny. And then call you back. Battle. No! No, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. What? Well. That was good while it lasted, I guess. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's go heal my fucking... my Zorua. I can rename them. I just don't know how. Oh, just like that. Easy. Oh, dude, best viewers on streamboo.com? Hell yeah. I'm gonna buy some followers real quick. Give me a second. What should I name? What if I name the Pokemon Binks? I could have banned him, but I'm not mod. Let's go, finally a bot stream. Dude, finally. That either means that I've got enough viewers that, like, a bot can come into the chat, or I've got no viewers and a bot's, like, easy pick'ems. Why is this fucking Miltank sitting here? What are you waiting for, bro? Get away from me. Hayden, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Can you get rematch already so we can play together? Bot feels bad for you, bro. Yeah, dude. The bot's like, dude, this guy fell off. That's why I was coming in. Dude, I just forget what I'm doing all the time. Alright. How do I make Pokeball? Apricorns and copper. I don't think I have any copper. Friend ball. What do I do with the green ones then? Fast ball. Level ball. Love ball. Ooh. I don't like that, actually. How the fuck do you get a great ball? I've got quals this weekend. Is it crossplay yet? No. Oh, dick. No, it's not. Why, are you planning on getting it on Game Pass? Or does everyone have it on? We've got it on Steam, but it's also just me and Zach that have it. Oh, that's a creeper. I was trying to get lucky to get it. Yeah, we've got it on PC. Okay, what the fuck was I doing? I already forgot again. I wanted to get a backpack, but I was unable to find a cow. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, alright, you're dead. You're dead for that. That is not my Binks. Oh, get fucking destroyed, idiot. Nice. Oh, I got rabbit hide. I didn't need that. How do I get this mod pack? I don't know. I think the mod pack itself is just COBBLEMON. Can't you turn hide into leather? Maybe. I don't know how you would. Nope. Oh, you can, with 4 rabbit hide. Why are people not, like, sleeping? Oh, everyone's out trying to catch their fucking dark Pokemon. I need, oh. I need some goddamn leather for a backpack. Do you reckon I can just be a charity case? How much leather do I need? I think a normal one's just 4. Yeah. Bro, you can't call them dark Pokemon anymore. It's 2025. Shit, man, you're right. Pokemon of color. Dude, you fucking set me up for that. That's not fair. You reckon anyone's gonna have leather? It's always, I always get nervous coming out of there. Of course you have string and or leather.
Everything. Is that enough?
Do you have... Wait.
That's all the leather I have.
Damn.
So.
I saw like 4 cows and then like by the time I got to them, the server restarted and they despawned.
Damn.
Where are all the animals? Oh wait, I see them. They spawned again. I'm gonna kill them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you claimed it. That's why I can't go on the browser. I almost had an incident there, eh?
Oh, not again. Holy fuck.
Oh, god damn it. Jesus Christ, there's so many fucking skeletons.
I should really invest in a shield.
Ah, you don't need that. Walk it off.
They're gone again. The cows are gone again. The fuck is going on over here? Someone trying to get bees?
La la la. Oh, hey, this is someone's base. Question mark?
I think someone's trying to get bees.
Yeah, probably.
I think the cows just know I'm coming.
They can smell it. Can't speak, bro.
Wait, I think I just ran right past them. I think they're up on the mountain.
Hop on. Bro, I'll fly you up there.
Yo!
I'm like an escalator. I see a pig and nothing else at the moment.
They should be like right... pretty
There
much
they
right
are.
here.
Get there.
Kill them. Where are they? I hear them.
Kill them all. Hey, that piece of leather. Oh, get. I'm driving past the piece of leather. I did. Oh, fuck! Holy shit, jump scare.
Dude, that was the most instant karma I've ever seen. Oh, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I'm actually kind of insane. I didn't realize. I did that in the dark. I was in the dark, 360. That was kind of nuts, right? I don't think it dropped any leather.
Probably should have like bring them down and bred them and made a farm.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was
Probably
thinking
would've
short
been.
term.
Yeah, fair enough. Can we find any? I smell it. Alright, hold on. Which way is it? So I'm not going fucking crazy. Okay, it's this direction. Can smell it.
Maybe we should make a farm. That
But
might...
when the server restarts, then that would probably like get rid of it, eh?
Maybe.
Motherfucker. No, I don't want to know how to make a deployer. Let me.
Is it like a live
This way.
server type thing? Yeah.
There he is on the cliffside again.
I don't like that he's saying no when we hit him.
Nah. It's fine.
thanks. I need, what do I need now? A chest.
Yeah.
I got a new Pokemon, did you see?
No. Oh, hell yeah.
Little
I got a
guy.
new Pokemon as well. I traded, some...
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been like getting into getting Pokemon cards recently purely because I'm trying to get a Mimikyu VMAX card that looks really
I
cool.
love Mimikyu. My
I've
two
heard
favorite
lots of lore
Pokemon
about
are
Mimikyu.
I almost called Charlie the Magikarp. That's one of my friends, who is also a Magikarp. So my two favorite Pokemon are Mimikyu and Magikarp. Yippee! I am yet to catch a Magikarp.
Dude, wait. What, you can't? Or, like, you just haven't been able to find them?
I haven't gone to an ocean in a bit.
I
so
was gonna
haven't
say,
been
I
able to
saw, like,
find them.
3 of them in the river right next to where my base was.
I'll
Funny
be
you
right
say
back.
that.
Hold on. Stay here.
Okay. Oh, copper. It's like when your mum says, don't go anywhere, and I just immediately walk away. Funny you say that, I was looking to get a graded B-Max Sicaria. Ah! I know you said don't go anywhere, and I immediately walked away.
Here you go. Team Rocket always has your back. We support
did you
the
give me?
local grandpa.
I'm...
Just
Oh,
look at how many
thanks.
Ultra Balls you have.
I'm not even that old. I'm not even old, full stop.
Okay, grandpa. Let's get
Do you,
you
wanna,
back to the
do you want me to
normal.
show you where I've found the magic art? They're probably not there,
Alright.
because the water is probably frozen over.
Hmm.
Actually... Yeah, I think I know where it is. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. I can't move unless on water.
Oh, nice.
So now we can just spin.
Oh, wait, can I just walk to my place?
Did you set your home there?
Probably not.
Yeah, when you're there, do slash set home and you can just...
Oh. Well. Wait, how far is it actually? I feel like it's not that far, right?
Mm-hmm. Your base is the opposite direction.
Fuck.
Fuck, I thought it was Charizard. Yeah, I'm just flying us there.
Can anyone join, or do you need some
Look, there's a
subscription
river.
/ know someone famous? I think
Your
anyone
base
can
is
join.
just
It's like a
over here.
whitelisted thing. I'll see if I can send you the link to the Discord, but that'd be cool. I don't know what the situation is.
At your base. Yeah, literally right here. What the fuck is this thing?
Where did this come from?
Rope pulling, yeah, shift. Is this a movable drill? Is this... Have you made a movable drill?
Does your drill not move?
My drill does not move, no.
It's usually like the first thing I do is try to get a drill that just goes down. What am I looking for again?
Deep slate, question mark.
Oh, polished deep slate. Ah, I see. Alright, that's all the space I have. I can make my backpack now, though. Oh yeah, Jet, the magic copper over here.
Are you okay? This hasn't even loaded in for me. Holy! Or you're gonna kill the world.
Industrialization.
Okay. Oh, I can't see half the blocks. Okay, I'm going home.
I thought I'd been pranked. Yeah, Hayden, I'll send you the link. I literally don't know what the process is because I was asked to join. I was actually asked to be one of the Pokemon trainers, and I was like, hey, I don't have, or like one of the gym leaders. or something. And I was like, hey, sorry, I don't have the time to be committing to that. And then afterwards I was like, maybe I should join. So there is a chance that at some point I do become one of the... So you're the famous person I need to know. That's crazy that I actually knew what you said there, because that is not what you wrote. Is it like this? And then string... Nice. I love this backpack mod. It goes so hard. Oh. Oh, you can put extra shit on. Nice. Fuck it, I'll send it right now. Invite people. King Locks. There you go. Did you just have a stroke? You're the famous Orosibabi tree no. Alright. Let me just do something like that. I would like to... Oh, fuck, that's not my... I had to type without looking. Yeah, you shouldn't be playing FC25. You should be playing fucking Rematch with the boys. Do that, I guess. The fuck is my backpack button? Sophisticated backpacks. Open backpack is B. Is it gonna work now? Nope. God. Had to make sure I didn't get the ball past me. Open terminal. You can be like fucking X, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Nope. There we go. I want to upgrade the backpack. I think a diamond backpack is a good idea. I have to take the backpack off first. Jesus Christ, I cannot. Oh, wait, I have to go like iron backpack, gold backpack, right? Pack back. Copper, iron, gold. Well, I can get to... I don't even have enough copper. God damn it. Oh, wait, I can just straight up go to iron. That's cool then. Let's do that. Too much shit in my inventory. I'm freaking out. You have more copper in second chest? Ah, it's fine. Oh, a matchmaker's ring. To get married. Ah, that's better. I do have more copper. Put all this shit away. And all this shit. And all this shit. Sort. Inventory. Fuck. Okay, so the plan is I want to extend this out a bit. I would love to just have a really goated pickaxe. I think I want it to like come down a level. So it's gonna be like this, and then like that. Because this is gonna take ages. I should do like media request or something. I don't know if I can just set that up like randomly though. And then it's gonna have like slabs coming down. Maybe that's too many levels though. I feel like just coming down one level is good. Oh, but I do need to fill it anyway. So... Fuck. Oh, the long and lengthy and boring process. Media share for what? Ah, just something to... have something on the screen while I'm doing this. Maybe I should just put Subway Surfers on the screen. Stim share. Yeah, pretty much. Another you laugh, you booze. Dude, it's 11:30 in the morning. No way am I doing that. We'll do it eventually though. Got this issue now where I have 2 editors and I have to each send them different content. Prime time. Nothing like a fucking VB long neck. I've got two people editing videos for me now. But now I have to communicate with them on who's editing what. Because I'd be like, oh yeah, if I want a video done quickly, I just push that to the front of the queue, essentially, for things that need to be edited. Like, all of the Sims videos still haven't been, like, finished, because I keep putting other stuff in front of it. And that's just essentially, like, the thing that I put there while... Like, that's the stuff that gets edited while there's nothing else being edited. What should I put on the screen? What if I put, like, creepy Pokemon lore? The most disturbing Pokemon lore. It goes for 3.5 hours by Lorekeeper Toby.
There's a folktale in Kitakame. There's a folktale in Kitakame, a myth, a legend that's come down from old history.
Oh, the darkest Pokemon iceberg.
You ever have...
Here we go. Now this is content. How am I going to do this? I need a window capture. And then I'm just going to crop it to this. And then we just put it right here. Yes, brain rot. Keep the attention span.
Have one of those nights when you go to bed knowing that you gotta wake up early, but instead of simply just falling asleep, you fall down some weird rabbit hole online. Like, for example, I don't know, maybe Googling every entry and all of the different Pokemon icebergs that you can find.
That's really loud.
And from doing that, somehow you end up on these Reddit threads that, like, don't have an ending no matter how long you scroll. But at the same time, you sort of don't want it to end because you've been reading into fan theories for like 3 hours and you're so
How's that?
invested at this point. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, maybe we
But
put
I
it
will
top
tell
left.
you exactly why we're gathered here today. I found so many different iceberg entries scattered across like YouTube videos,
There we
Reddit
go.
posts, I think page 18 of Google at one point. So, like the gentleman I am, I decided I would take all of my favorite theories and research them a step further. And that turned into me writing a
I'm
Google
getting
Doc with,
overstimulated
I think,
already.
Like 11,000 words in it. And that Google Doc turned into whatever this abomination is that you're watching now. Also known as the definitive, the ultimate, the best of the best Pokemon Iceberg. But maybe don't put too much weight on that title, as these are just my favorite entries, and I'm sure there's a few fan theories that you've already heard, but of course, I'm hoping there's a few you haven't. So, starting with the lightest and probably most well-known, and progressively getting, well, consistently worse as we dive deeper into the video, you know, sort of like how an iceberg works. But anyways, now, sit back, grab some cream corn, maybe a glass
I don't know
of
if I can do this.
and let's get started.
This is just not even my stream anymore.
Lavender Town embodied horror as good as it possibly could have for a game released in 1996. The story of this town is shrouded in mystery, surrounding a Marowak
Shroud?
that was killed by Team Rocket. Upon arriving, the player is tasked with climbing the tower, being home to a Pokemon graveyard, filled with trainers mourning their lost Pokemon. But while this in itself was spooky, the creepypasta that was born from Lavender Town takes a significantly darker turn, as the hoax of Lavender Town syndrome was born. This stemmed from the soundtrack created by Junichi Masada, and rumor has it that the Lavender Town soundtrack awakened some sleeper cell in children's minds, causing them to, at worst, unalive themselves, but also causing them to complain of
Sheesh.
things like
Not
severe nausea,
unaliving
migraines,
themselves.
and exhibit irrational behavior. This syndrome was allegedly attributed to the high sound frequencies found within the soundtrack that could only be heard by children, and probably like dogs too. And as a grown man reading this creepypasta to you, I can genuinely say that for many years of my childhood, this was one theory that I actually thought was real. It gained so much popularity that it just seemed like a well-known piece of lore within the Pokemon franchise. But the reason that I chose to start off with this specific entry is that it was really this entry that paved the way for so many more to come, giving life to a darker side of Pokemon and allowing imaginations to just run wild. Green shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon are rare variants of Pokemon that are differently colored than other Pokemon of their species. If you're feeling lucky, you've got a 1 in 8,192 chance of stumbling upon one, meaning that ultimately the majority of casual players are unlikely to ever cross one in their journey.
I did
Some
not know
have
it was that rare.
incredible variations, and some are so dogshit you probably wouldn't even be able to tell them apart from the original had I not told you that they were shiny. But no form of shiny is more widely despised than the infamous mustard green shinies that lurk among us. There are well over 100 green shiny Pokemon, ranging from a neon green so bright it could blow your eyeballs clean out of their sockets, to a honey mustard relish mix so unappealing that if I
Is
ever
that
did
real,
find
the
one in the wild,
fucking
I would probably just
Groudon?
smile and nod and continue to walk past it. The alleged reason behind the seemingly never-ending horror of ugly shiny Pokemon is said to have been due to an algorithmic sort that hand-picked the colors that a shiny variation would be given. This is said to be the reason behind the shiny variations of Pokemon like Gengar or Garchomp that are virtually the exact same color. But as
Oh
the franchise
no,
switched to
AI is
3D
taking
and
over.
X and Y, shinies began being intentionally designed. So that would explain why Mega Gengar, introduced in Gen 6, looks the way that it does, and of course regular Gengar looks the way that it does. But that explanation didn't really suffice, as the game's codebase never showed anything regarding a shiny picking algorithm. However, at one point, a color editing tool containing 3 variations was pulled from the debug menu in Gold and Silver, almost providing concrete evidence that these horrors among us were actually man-made. Because if not, why would an editing tool be required if these colors were just going to be generated by some sort of algorithm regardless? Clefable's Shadow. Since Pokemon's conception, fans have picked up on the striking similarities that exist between Gengar and Clefable. On the surface, it's not really there, but if you solely look at these two Pokemon from a design perspective, these two share almost identical bodies, arms, legs, and ears, hair and tail being the only defining characteristics that really set these two apart. So now, from this, it's theorized that Gengar could be Clefable's Shadow, outside of being known as the Shadow Pokemon, and its name supposedly being derived derived from the word doppelganger, meaning the ghostly double of a person. There's also polarizing Pokedex entries to support this theory,
See how
with
this
Clefable's
looks.
Pokemon Red and Blue entry reading, a timid fairy Pokemon that is rarely seen. It will run and hide the moment it senses people, while Gengar's reads a much different. Under a full moon, this Pokemon likes to mimic the shadows of people and laugh at their fright. It's known canonically that ghost-type Pokemon like to feed on the life force of unsuspecting victims,
It's lick
which would
kills?
essentially leave Clefable to be haunted
Sheesh.
eternally by its own shadow. Missing No. Missing No is by
Missing
far the
No.
most well-known glitch Pokemon associated with the games. This creature is an unofficial Pokemon species that can be found in Red and Blue. By first watching the Old Man's Catch demonstration in Viridian City, then flying to Cinnabar Island, and surfing up and down the coast until you eventually encounter it. By following this specific series of events, the player somehow disrupts the game's random encounter system and forces the system to generate a Pokemon with an invalid identifier, causing Missing No to appear as a hybrid bird normal type Pokemon. Missing No is also known to appear in several forms, the most iconic being the purple and orange L shape that's commonly referenced when describing the Pokemon. But it also comes in the form of a Roadkill Blaziken, a Lavender Town Ghost, or a Kabutops or Aerodactyl Fossil Sprite. While encountering Missing No causes some graphic anomalies throughout the game, such as completely fucking breaking the Hall of Fame, catching Missing No also has its effects, as this changes gameplay by increasing the number of items in the 6th entry of a player's inventory by 128. This has obviously led to such things as rare candy exploits. It was kind of like running action replay moves before that thing ever existed. It's now said that Missing No is the most famous glitch among video games to date, but this isn't really a bad thing. This
Missing
glitch
No
itself
kind of
was
like
covered in things
introduced me
such
to
as strategy guides and
creepypastas.
magazines at the time of its discovery, and it's still thought
'Cause I
to have
thought that
played a
Missing No
massive
was
role in
just
increasing
fake.
the game's popularity. Ash's Coma. The infamous coma theory pretty much surrounds every single anime or related series in some way. It's become like the modern day version of finishing your essay with, "and it was all a dream." But Ash's Coma has become such a cult classic at this point, I just
Yeah,
felt
I
rude
like that.
passing it over. In the first episode of the anime, Ash can be seen just eating shit on his own, and then getting shocked by his companion, Pikachu. This is said to have been what sent Ash into this deep, dark coma. The theory states that every episode after this is nothing more than his imagination running wild in a comatose state, giving reason as to why he never ages within the series. At its core, this theory is nothing more than just like some lazy, uninspired fan theory among a million other coma theories. I absolutely hate these, but I felt like we had to cover them. The Ho-Oh immortality theory. In the very first episode of the Pokemon anime, Ash sees the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh fly above him as he stares in awe. But what's peculiar about this being put on display in the first episode actually comes from the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Pokedex entry for Ho-Oh. And that entry reads, "Ho-Oh possesses 7 colored wings, and it's said that those who see Ho-Oh are promised eternal happiness." The popular theory behind Ash seeing Ho-Oh in the first episode is rooted in the idea that Ash's version of eternal happiness lies in the worry-free life of an explorative 10-year-old. However, many people dispute this, as the series actually revolves around Ash's journey to become the best Pokemon trainer of all time, something that a 10-year-old would potentially face difficulties in doing, and this entire theory being based off of one individual entry in an unrelated Pokedex seems like a bit of a stretch. But another thing that I've heard, those who see Ho-Oh when watching a Pokemon Iceberg video are more likely to subscribe, so hey, whoa, do it now, subscribe, do it now. Mew is a failed Ditto clone. Mew being a failed Ditto clone is one of the theories on this list that actually has evidence to back it up, making it one of the more believable theories that I was able to find. While many people deem it to be untrue, the similarities are kind of hard to combat at this point. Allow me to explain. Both Ditto and Mew weigh exactly 8.8 pounds, both of which have no gender, and these are the only 2 Pokemon who can learn the move Transform from level 1. This is incredibly rare, considering that only 2 Pokemon in the entire universe can actually learn this move. Even Zoroark's illusion ability, while similar to what Transform can do, is still leagues below how incredible this power actually is. On top of all of this, Ditto has 2 specific spawn locations, Cerulean Cave and the Pokemon Mansion.
I think I actually want to like make this go down. Sorry to pause the video that you guys were watching. I think I want to make this go down further. So then you walk in and you can see over the top of what is going to be like the cage around the thing. I think I want to make it like an octagon shape, which means I'm also going to have to make this even bigger. But that's the plan. Anyway.
This carries significance because Mewtwo was cloned from Mew within the Pokemon Mansion. From there, it fled to Cerulean Cave, where it made the cave its home. So, with all this in mind, it's thought that at one point, Ditto was to be some sort of Mew or Mewtwo clone. But obviously, this idea was scrapped in production, leaving only a breadcrumb trail of a connection that could have been. The almost Imposter Oak. Imposter Oak refers to a trading card in which Professor Oak is depicted in a much cooler and villainized way. And that was about as much as we knew about Imposter Oak, until 2018 when the Space World dump had been released. Something we'll be diving into in greater detail if you don't already know what it is. But anyways, when this data came to the surface, inside, an Imposter Oak sprite was scraped from the data. And it's thought that Imposter Oak was to be a key villain at some point in the game
Minecraft
before
Pokemon.
being scrapped. So now all we have left is the card and the thought of what could have been. Hypno belongs behind bars. This theory was kickstarted from the Fire Red Pokédex.
Oh no,
entry,
Hypno's a
which states
pedophile.
Hypno carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. This led fans to believe that Hypno had less than good intentions involved in this hypnosis.
Wait, I was kidding.
Just in case that singular entry wasn't bad enough, Pokemon
What?
had doubled down with the release of their Sleeper 097 shirt. This shirt depicted a Hypno sporting his pendulum, leading two children leading two children away by hand.
That's so funny.
Since this depiction, fan theories have absolutely run wild in every way you could possibly imagine. And really, like, can you blame them?
I
And the
was
majority of these
joking. I didn't
theories
actually
are
mean that
bordering
Hypno
the
was a
truth.
pedophile.
As in Sun and Moon, you can also find a journal entry written in a notebook describing a situation where Hypno was picking up a new kid at the school. So, hey dude,
What, vid
go to
and
prison.
daycare?
The Lost
Yeah.
Space World Media. In 1997,
It's the
an
neat
early
thing, you're
build
right.
demo of the games Pokemon Gold and Silver had been shown at Nintendo's Space World.
Because I'm
from
doing
November
such
21st
mindless
to 23rd.
tasks right
At
now,
this
I
point in
decided to
time,
put
the
on a
game was
Pokemon
estimated to be
Iceberg
about
video
80% complete, and it was set
while
to
we
be
make our
released in the
daycare.
coming months. However, due to various delays, including a complete overhaul of the game, it didn't end up being released until '99, leaving these demos to perish along with the abandoned ideas and Pokemon displayed in the demo. Very little was known about this demo, due to the majority of the game being locked off from player access. The only thing that was really left behind that could vouch for its existence were a few photos of the event and the memories from those who had actually gotten their hands on the demo at the time of Space World. However, on May 26th, 2018,
What the fuck is a
that all
Mabostiff?
changed when an anonymous user dumped these demos, allowing players to explore the data that was blocked off at the time of Space World. And much of what was blocked off to the player was widely unfinished
Hyra, while you're
anyways, but
here,
that doesn't mean some gems weren't
I have a question. I'm not sure if you know this, but can anybody join the SMP? Like, I know there's a whitelist process, but can anybody join it as long as they get whitelisted? Yes? Okay, cool. Hear that, Hayden? You can join. I wasn't sure. I was getting asked by a friend in the chat. He was asking if I had to be famous or if I had to know someone famous. And I said, no, I just got asked if I wanted to play in it. And he said, oh, okay, so I do know someone famous. A good boy, that's what he is. Oh, shit, I don't know what we're talking about.
discovered in the process. Over 100.
Okay, well, yeah,
never
everyone,
before
if you want to
seen
join,
various
you can do a
Pokemon
join
had
command
been
with stream
recovered.
elements
And
to
it's
make it
funny
easier.
look
Yeah,
over these
I
and
might
think
actually do
about
that.
What actually could have came from this? Spinda doubles. You all know Spinda, right? Of course you do. It's everyone's 905th favorite Pokemon. But
Can I
hey,
catch
come on.
Lucario?
Even
Maybe
though
if you're
Spinda
lucky.
might not have
Someone's
an
probably
evolution
got a
or
Lucario.
a single good stat, and while we're at it, seemingly any.
I didn't know
redeeming
you were such a
traits
fan
at
of
all.
Pokemon.
I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that each and every Spinda that you see in the wild is sporting its own unique pattern. There's
Oh, yeah, I
a
know
random
about that.
generation of over 4,294,967,296 possible outcomes
I fuck with
for the
Lucario
pattern
so
on the
much.
Spinda. And the odds of
I
two
fuck with
people
all the
discovering
Pokemon
same
that are
pattern on a
like
Spinda, but in a shiny
humanoid
form are over 8 billion
fighting
to 1. Sort of like
Pokemon.
the odds of anyone
Matchup,
actually liking Spinda. Meaning to this day, there are probably billions of
Lucario,
undiscovered Spindas just
Greninja?
waiting to be
Is that the one
discovered,
whose
but they
tongue is
probably
wrapped around
won't
his
be
head?
Because who's looking? The great Pokemon War. The Great Pokemon War, or the Kanto War, is a fan theory
Kanto
stemming
War?
from the gym leader of Vermilion
Kanto,
City,
Kanto.
LT Surge. When you first encounter
Mewtwo?
Surge
Yeah, I
in
like
Vermilion
Mewtwo.
City, he speaks of how electric Pokemon saved his life during the war, but he never elaborates or really gives any further explanation on the topic. But in a world where children go out on great adventures, most adults you meet are either gym leaders or involved in organized crime, fans have started to come to the conclusion that the lack of young to middle-aged adults could allude to the fact that there was a massive war that took place in Kanto or involved a large portion of the population of Kanto. This idea caught some wind due to the fact that a lot of players in the game seem overly paranoid,
Greninja got
as well
that
as
tongue.
you, the main character, not having a father, and your rival being an
Greninja the
orphan.
tongue
While
daddy.
this theory has many branches that it can stem into, it always returns to LT Surge's initial statement. Bikini balls. In Pokemon Black and White, when painfully trying to avoid those swimmer battles, if you encounter the right swimmer, you might learn something new about Pokeball storage in the world of Pokemon. Upon being challenged by this swimmer, she will say, "If I'm wearing a bikini, where do I put my Pokeballs?" Woman's secret. This is even doubled
What?
down on later in the series. In Sun and Moon, when encountering a swimmer, she will say, "It's tough fetching Pokeballs from my bikini." While maybe not a creepy entry in the series, you still can't deny that this is weirdly uncharacteristic for a Pokemon game to include things of this nature. Okay, you know what?
But if I'm
Maybe
not
fucking
wearing a
not,
bikini,
actually.
where do
The
I
Hex
put my
Maniac.
Pokeballs?
It's no secret that X and
In my
Y have
butt.
a share of creepy
course.
stuff taking place. But for years,
I
fans
should
have been
be
stumped by
grabbing
the
this
presence
copper.
of a Hex Maniac who resides in Lumio City. You can find this ghost when entering the second floor of the office building. The lights will flicker and the Hex Maniac model will appear behind the player. Upon entering, the ghost will hover in front of you until she's about to exit
Oh,
the
I've
screen,
seen that.
but leaving one last message before she does. No. You're not the one. Pretty strange message to have coded into the game with no further explanation. But thanks to this ghost, many theories have been given life, such as this being an unauthorized implementation built by a developer working on the game. But that theory never gained much traction.
I love
as
that.
fans
I
have
love when
suspected this Hex Maniac
developers,
could have
like,
potentially
sneak something
appeared
into a game.
multiple times. If you visit the 4th floor of the hotel in Lumio
Especially if
City,
it's something
you'll also
creepy in
find
a game
an
that's not
identical
supposed to be
character model,
creepy.
which doesn't necessarily mean it's the same person, although bearing a striking resemblance in the words that she speaks. If prompted, this new Hex Maniac will say, "Don't talk to me. If you do, I can't hear the elevator." The unknown character even makes a cameo in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where you can find this alleged ghost girl hanging out in a cemetery. This theory was kind of hard to find information on, so if anyone has any updated information regarding it, please feel free. Comment below. Comment below anyways. Tell me how you're doing. Mew 3. Much like the infamous Xbox 720,
Oh,
and the
Xbox
beloved
720.
PS4 prototype, it turns out that Mew 3 is nothing but something we all just kind of heard once and then forgot about. With Pokemon like Mew and Mewtwo being around for ages, it's not a surprise that fans would speculate on one day laying their eyes on something as mythical as Mew 3. But in all honesty, that might be something that
What
you'll
about
regret.
Mew
Although
1?
Mew 3 has never made an appearance in any of the games, Mew 3 was actually once featured in the Pokemonster manga. After a
Oh.
Clefairy's DNA is merged with that of a Mewtwo, we finally got to see something much scarier than anything you'd find in Lavender Town. And of course, that would be Mew 3. So
Lord
next
have
time
mercy.
you're tweeting and you're hoping for some new information regarding Mew 3, maybe turn your attention towards Mew 4 or 5 and hope that we just skip this one altogether. Illegal and banned Pokemon. Illegal Pokemon refer to a list of Pokemon that are not allowed to enter into competitive battles or tournaments. And for some reason, Hypno isn't on this list. That's the FBI's most wanted list.
Ah.
This list, however, consists of legendary mascots and event Pokemon, but there's also a list of banned Pokemon cards.
wait.
Now, usually,
Wait,
these
do I?
cards get banned from the TCG due to overpowered strategies, but that isn't the case for a few banned cards. Some are outright banned due to their offensive artwork, such as Misty's Tears or this Grimer. Bro,
Oh,
what are you
the
doing?
Grimer.
Illegal Pokemon are also known as hacked or glitched Pokemon, in which players can be banned if your punk ass is found using them in battle or trading them in online play. So if you've still got that Game Shark or Action Replay kicking around, make sure you flush it down the toilet right now before Kabutops Kabutops x Genesect. There's a long-time theory floating around that the Pokemon Kabutops and Genesect are somehow loosely related to one another. Despite the obvious physical similarities, it's actually what lies in the Pokedex that draws fans to believe that there's more to the relationship between these two than we think. Kabutop's previous evolution Pokedex entry reads, "It is thought to have inhabited beaches 300 million years ago. It is protected by a stiff shell." While Genesect's entry reads, "and eerily similar, this Pokemon
A lot of
existed
dick-shaped Pokemon in the
300
card
million
game got
years ago.
recalled and
Team
banned because
Plasma
dick.
altered it and attached a cannon to its back. With the Pokedex entry linking these two back to the same time period,
I'm so
and the
sorry for your
physical
loss, Vince.
similarities, I don't know, pretty convincing. However, it was argued that due to the fact that Kabutops is a rock-type Pokemon while Genesect is a bug steel, it doesn't really make sense. But based on looks alone, Kabutops was most likely a bug/water-type Pokemon, with the fossilization of its species being what actually caused the bug to rock-type transformation. So with all of this in mind, it would make a lot of sense to say that Genesect is actually nothing more than a
Never got
genetically
into
altered Kabutops. Leave a comment on this one, I actually want to know what everybody thinks. Pokemon for dinner. This is a theory that's been around since Pokemon first arrived on the scene. The dark and ghastly backstory of Pokemon being hunted and the predator-prey relation of Pokemon in the wild. But the bone-chilling reality is that,
Cool.
animals eat each other in real life too. However, it's hard to call this entry a theory when several Pokemon are canonically known for being hunted down, sold on the black market, or for just simply being downright delicious. In the anime, it's referenced by Professor Oak that he would have eaten Gary's Krabby over Ash's due to the size of it. Our good pal Appleton is known for having the flesh on his back chomped off by children. That's a real Pokedex entry. And in
Yeah.
case you forgot, there's an entire plot line dedicated to Team Rocket selling Slowpoke tails, as they're supposedly one of the most sought after meals in the land. And maybe if you're having one of those, you could wash it down with some of Shuckle's bodily fluids. But outside of simply just eating these Pokemon, the poaching and hunting of Pokemon is also known to be true. Gabite's scales can be ground up and used in medicinal powder, and for the love of God, we can only hope that Gabite actually sheds these scales from time to time. Otherwise, the nod can be taken that humans are known to hunt and slay these things in the name of scientific discovery, so hey, it's okay. But other Pokemon, like Sharpedo for example, have almost
Pedo.
gone extinct due to the
Hypno.
overfishing or hunting of the species in order to sell the dorsal fin, as just like that slippery Slowpoke tail, this was considered an elite delicacy. Relicanth is a map. In Pokemon Emerald, it's known that to catch the legendary Regis, you need to be coming correct. And this means having a
didn't mean to
big,
put a question mark
girthy
on the end of that.
Wailord in the front of your party and an ancient Relicanth filling up that caboose. And once you begin
Senshi
to
even
run
here?
train and search for the
Yeah, it
Regis,
is.
it's said that the Relicanth acts as a map
Oh, he
of
might be
hope,
AFK.
used to unveil exactly where one or all of these Regis could be hiding. The Regis being as old as dirt, and Relicanth somehow being older, is just a testament that kind of adds to the belief of this theory. Mindy's Haunter. In Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, there's a rotten old bitch offering to trade your Metacam for her Haunter. On the surface, this is an incredible deal. If you're a veteran of the series, then you probably already know that Haunter is only known to evolve by trade, so this essentially guarantees you a Gengar. But upon making the deal with Mindy,
Haunter
you might
is
notice
only
something
known to
strange.
evolve
when
by
this Haunter
trade?
arrives, it's still a Haunter. Upon finalizing this trade, Mindy will laugh and ask if her Haunter had turned into something else, before saying, "Just kidding, bro," and telling you that she actually made it hold something to prevent evolution, an Everstone. And simply by doing this, Mindy has gained the opposite of a cult following, a deep cult hatred, with the subreddit r/fuckmindy garnering over 20,000 users.
That's sick.
Glitch City. Glitch City is a map loading glitch that can be accessed through Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Glitch City can be accessed by following a plethora of steps that involve going in and out of the Safari Zone, saving, restarting the game, emailing me your credit card details, and a few others. But once you've arrived inside Glitch City, it's a bit of a visual dumpster fire. The terrain consists of random combinations of whatever 8x8
I need a
pixel
diamond
tiles
pickaxe.
happen to be in memory. So
That's
sometimes this
enchanted.
ends up being like text characters and random bits of terrain. Walking too far in any direction will completely crash the game, because once inside, essentially you're in a corrupted copy of an otherwise normal game map, meaning that walking too far in one direction would essentially lead you to start walking through walls, thus exiting the map boundaries and breaking the game. But it's best to err on the side of caution when entering Glitch City, as the only way to exit is to have a Pokemon that knows Fly on your team. And if you save inside Glitch City without a Pokemon in your party that knows Fly, you'll be trapped for all eternity, unless you erase your save file. Beneath the Mimikyu's rag. Mimikyu is a small Pokemon whose body resides underneath a musty old Pikachu rag, only leaving what is to be considered the fringe of a foot or a lower body visible underneath. And while we both sit here wondering what lies underneath, that's actually an answer we both might not want. According to the Sun Pokedex entry, a scholar who once saw what lied underneath this rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from shock. But that's not the only reported case. It's also known that a gust of wind had revealed what lies underneath to a trainer passing by, who later went home and died painfully that night. But Pokedex entries aside, these two are not the only ones to see what's underneath the cloth. In the anime, Meowth had once seen what was underneath before passing out. However, this episode led to more questions than answers for what potentially lies underneath. Kadabra, cause and effect. 2 decades ago, a magician and illusionist known for his iconic spoon-bending tricks, Uri Geller, sued Nintendo in a California court for its Kadabra Pokemon card. Like, he didn't sue them for the Pokemon card, he sued them like because of the Pokemon card, alleging that the company used his likeness to create the character. The psychic Pokemon, which is always seen holding a bent spoon, is named Younger in Japan. Essentially, kind of linking him to the illusionist. And with this lawsuit coming at the height of the card game craze, Yuri had requested a halt to the creation and printing of Kadabra cards, which has been the reason behind the Pokemon's absence from the game to date. However, this story is one with a happy ending, as Geller may have finally come to his senses a mere 20 years later, tweeting, "I'm sorry for what I did 20 years ago, but you can learn from mistakes, even more than you can learn from success," allegedly lifting the ban of Kadabra card. But the Pokemon Company never replied to this, nor have they slapped Kadabra's face on any shiny cardboard. So I think this is one curious case that we just might never find to be resolved. Pokemon X Special Edition. A post on the r/gaming subreddit from a user that goes by the name of Gaming Prime had showcased a very unique version of Pokemon X. And this post reads as follows. So I've been told by Nintendo's repair center that there's nothing wrong with my game, right after they wipe 30 hours of gameplay. I present to you Pokemon X Special Edition, and that's exactly what this user did. Attaching an album of horrifying photos depicting a clearly broken and bugged out version of Pokemon X. I mean, the most obvious issue being the lack of faces. But if you thought having no face was bad, how about no back at all? Maybe a hole in the head. Character and NPC heads seem to be missing as well, with certain textures just subbed out for a black hole alternative. But after further inspection from our good personal friend Gaming Prime, this user had actually figured out that it wasn't the game at all, but instead it was a faulty 3DS. But despite the game borderline being unplayable, I still don't think that I personally would have returned this console. However, for Gaming Prime, this story has a somewhat happy ending, as it appears that they were able to get a refund or exchange for the bug console. The mythical Evolutions. The 3 legendary beasts are some of the most sought after and well-received legendary Pokemon
I thought that was a
to
fucking
ever
zombie
grace the
villager.
franchise. The trio, composed of Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, were introduced in Pokemon Gold and Silver. With lore from the games and anime, fans of the series had learned that the trio was created when the Brass Tower burned down 150 years before Gen 2 took place, allegedly taking the lives of 3 unnamed Pokemon. Devastated by what had happened, Ho-Oh is said to have revived these 3 Pokemon and turned them into the legendaries that they are today, each one of them representing a stage of the tower's demise. Raikou, the electric Pokemon, symbolizes the lightning strike that started the fire. Entei, the fire Pokemon, symbolizes the embers that lit up the night sky. And Suicune, the water Pokemon, symbolizes the rain that eventually extinguished the flames. This has left fans to theorize over the potential matches that these 3 Pokemon could have been, eventually coming to the conclusion that these 3 dogs were actually the 3 original evolutions prior to their untimely death. Pokemon Shock. On December 16th, 1997, children across Japan crowded the TV and excitedly awaited an episode of Pokemon. However, some of the children that sat down that night never got to see the ending. Electric Soldier Porygon is one of the most widely circulated and infamous Pokemon stories worldwide. This was the 38th episode of the first season of the Pokemon anime series. This specific episode found Ash and friends teaming up with a Porygon to fix the Pokeball transfer system. Of course, defending the metaverse from Team Rocket. But nearing the end of the episode, Pikachu launches an attack against an oncoming barrage of rockets, leaving quite an unruly explosion to take place. This explosion allegedly caused up to 12,000 children to experience epileptic seizures, as the strobing of blue and red light was said to have caused this. This led to the episode being immediately pulled from the air, and having Pokemon in general pulled from the network, remaining off air for 4 months. This even went as far as a full investigation into the production studio team, launched by the Otago Police Department at the discretion of Japan's National Police Agency. Nintendo shares dumped 5%, and retailers worldwide began stripping Pokemon merch off the shelves. But while this story is well known, the true numbers regarding the victims of this situation is kind of foggy. Of the 12,000 affected, it's said that only around 700 had sought medical attention, and of that 700, only 150 were admitted to hospital. Notably, many of these 12,000 cases have been thought to have come due to mass hysteria brought on by the news broadcast later that night outlining the situation at hand, alerting the viewers of the potential epileptic effects, while broadcasting the same clip that caused those epileptic effects. And well, obviously, we should all hope for those cases to just be zero across the board. The fascinating thing behind the Porygon episode is that it wasn't just Pokemon that underwent production changes. This incident pretty much changed the entire landscape of anime and media in general. Those kind of strobe effects didn't just vanish from Pokemon, but essentially everything. And well, obviously, Pokemon would go on to recover from this. This didn't stop the Pokemon Porygon from essentially getting blacklisted from all Pokemon anime and just lore in general. Recognizing this, on September 19th, 2020, the official Pokemon Twitter account posted and deleted a tweet that left an incredibly bad taste in many people's mouths. Although probably meant to be a harmless joke in relation to Porygon, I can still see why this was quickly removed. The Drifloon Reaper. On the surface, Drifloon just looks like a harmless, friendly little balloon, but maybe that's the issue that we're not addressing. Drifloon's Sun entry reads that not only does it grab onto the hands of small children and drag them into the afterlife, but Drifloon also has an innate dislike for the heavier ones. It's also referenced in Heart Gold and Soul Silver that any child who mistakes a Drifloon for a balloon could end up missing. And while some Pokedex entries are just funny little descriptions leading us to develop our own lore surrounding them, this one was actually elaborated on in Pokemon Arceus or Arceus, I'm sorry, where one side quest tasks the player with helping out a child who's being held hostage by a Drifloon. So if you ask me, that's probably 2 we gotta keep behind bars now.
Yeah.
Giovanni jumped theory. In Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the player is able to take the special event Celebi down to Ilex Forest and duke it out with the one and only mob boss, Giovanni, at the top of Tojo Falls. And after just beating the brakes off Giovanni, he quickly sprints out of the cave, but instead of your classic, you hear a much different... Later, after the splash, Team Rocket members can be heard over the radio discussing the whereabouts of their beloved boss. When prompted, Ethan or Lyra will then answer saying that the team keeps calling their boss, expressing how...
I think I just want to extend out that way a tiny bit more and then extend down a little bit. Like so people can watch from up here. Like all the way around. I need some more space to put this shit though. Just put all the cobblestone in here. What? Move all. Hold caps lock. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. I'll just put the cobblestone and the other garbage in here, I guess. Ugh. I think I definitely do need my own little staff quarters. The captain's quarters. Where I can actually, like, put all of this shit and sleep and stuff like that. Maybe I should just start preparing this for when Tenshi gets here. Oh. Hello. Yeah, so basically I'm going to... I think I want this deep, but I'm just going to extend out this way a little bit. So I'm just going to mine out the blocks here and then get it so I can dig this down to the same thing. Wait, you just have it all stuck together anyway? Oh, it's just the drills. Okay. Wait, can you just do it with a... Oh, okay. Never mind. Let me just extend out on this side as well at the moment. Notice how the moment I look over here, everything gets laggy. I think maybe I'd rather have it like too far dug out than not enough. So, because then I can always fill it in. Just do something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Just start digging out this way. Yes. Yep. Trying to figure out which way it's spinning. Oh yeah. The create mod always fucks with me because it's like one thing goes slightly wrong and you can't figure out what it is that's gone wrong. Whoa! Cool. Let me... hang on. Feel like I'm gonna go too far. I did indeed go too far. This is fine. Thank you for the lurk, Hayden. I still have not set up the command because I forget every single time. My pickaxe is gonna break. I have to say, mining fucking deep slate is so annoying. Because it just takes like that slight bit too long. Fuck. Just takes a little bit too long to mine. Okay. I would love to be able to get 2 people in here to have a battle before we end stream. We still got like 40 minutes before we have to wrap up. So I want to see if I can clear out this. Let's see. I think that's gonna be like big enough, surely. Only problem is it might not be wide enough. What am I doing? 2 off the wall. See, this is when I need the drill. But I also was ill prepared. It's just like, yeah, something goes slightly wrong when you're trying to do shit with Create, and it's just so difficult to try and figure out what's causing it to go wrong. Oh, sorry guys, let me put on your
How they
Pokemon
feel
Iceberg
bad.
again.
The team doesn't know that he's not going to be returning to them. And while obviously we don't have the footage of Giovanni just hucking himself off the falls, the game does a pretty good job of pointing us in the direction of what might have happened. It's theorized that Giovanni was so distraught by his loss at the hands of a mere child that he could not internalize what happened. And instead, he just decided he would end it all. Yveltal's Doomsday. Yveltal is a dark and flying type legendary that was introduced in Pokemon X and Y as 1/3 of the Aura trio. But while this Pokemon is visually appealing on the outside, on the inside there's a little bit more going on than we could imagine. In the Y Pokedex, Yveltal's entry reads, when its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more. So just in case you weren't already worried sick about the Hypno trying to bust your door down and get into your child's room, now you've got the impending doom of this bird flying in front of a car on the highway and causing the cataclysm of the entire Earth just hanging over you. X and Y is about life and death. Diving into this theory and piggybacking a bit off the last one, it's clear that all the Pokemon games try and follow a few common themes in each series. And that's no different with X and Y being based on DNA. But outside of DNA, the underlying theme of X and Y is life and death, with our ticking time bomb Crow being labeled as the destructive Pokemon, Xerneas being listed as the life Pokemon, leaving Zygarde to represent the order, balancing these two powers and not allowing one or the other to completely take over. While Yveltal could consume the entire universe, it's also equally dangerous for Xerneas to overpopulate the world. Mega evolution is painful. It seems like throughout all these entries, we always somehow find our way back to the Pokedex. However, of all the entries that we've observed, none carry as much weight as some of these do, except like maybe the Hypno one, maybe the Drifloon one too. Okay, never mind. With the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon, players had begun catching on to some rather disturbing entries in relation to Mega Evolution.
I think this might be
for
good.
example, by asking your Caesar to evolve, you've essentially sealed its fate in the worst way possible. Its Pokedex entry reads, this Pokemon stores the excess energy from Mega Evolution, so after a long time passes, its body begins to melt. In my opinion, some of the Mega Evolution forms of Pokemon are the best character models in the game, but it's hard to not feel slightly bad when you're finding out that you're actually forcing Tyranitar to split its back open. The Darkrai murder. In Pokemon Black and White, when traveling on the Marble perilous
Like
bridge, you can
that.
sometimes see the sprite of a young girl on the side of the bridge, and upon getting closer, she'll vanish, leaving the NPC beside her in shambles. And while this is weird, if you dig around the area and stumble upon this old woman sitting near the doorway, she will state that there was once a girl who always played with an Abra around here, before saying she was so full of energy. It was thought that something tragic had happened regarding this girl and her Abra, potentially having a teleportation accident take place, you know, seeing as they're playing on the side of a giant suspension bridge. But Pokemon Black and White 2 later expands on this story, unveiling a little bit more into the ghost girl. This ghost can be found in this strange house where she can be seen talking about an everlasting dark dream, searching for her mum, dad, and Abra. But eventually, upon entering in the right room in the strange house, the ghost will hand over a lunar wing, which was sort of like handing you the missing piece to solving this puzzle for yourself. The story told without being told is that the girl was murdered by Darkrai. Darkrai is mentioned within a book in the same house the ghost girl is in, and is said to have been driving people away with horrible nightmares. While on the other hand, it's said that Cresselia is to drive nightmares away with her crescent moon lit wings, leaving us to fill in the blanks that after getting trapped in a never-ending nightmare, the girl couldn't find Cresselia in time to escape, and in turn, well, died. Coughing in the wrong places. Coughing is well known as a friendly and funny little fella. The poisonous gas Pokemon introduced in Gen 1 has always been well received. So really, how bad could Coughing's entry be? Well, it's certainly not great. Naturally, people had been upset when a screenshot was released depicting Coughing hanging out in the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. This image sort of blew up for obvious reasons. Although the legitimacy of this image in front of us has been debated and could very well just be some Twitter prankster with a horrible taste in humor, as per usual. But according to an article from the Washington Post, the museum had been marked as a Pokestop alongside other landmarks. The communications director of the museum had stated that playing the game while in the museum is not appropriate whatsoever. Altogether, just a sloppy situation, and we'll be moving on. The lost lives of Pokemon Go. The 2016 Pokemon Go craze is a time I genuinely don't think I'll ever forget. The impact this had on major cities was absolutely insane. And as someone who lives in a very rural small town, it was crazy to see even people of all ages gathered here to get down to business. Pokemon Go became so popular during its release that it had actually overtaken Twitter for monthly active users, peaking at over 250 million. But while that time
remember
was
when
just
Pokemon Go,
wonderful for me
like,
and
first
full
came
of
out,
fond memories, it probably
that shit was
wasn't
crazy.
for the few who had been distracted out on the streets staring at their phones. In a research paper titled Death by Pokemon Go, the economic and human cost of using apps while driving, estimated that the app caused over 150,000 car accidents and over 250 deaths. Also estimating that this game would cost the world around $2 billion in damages. And while these numbers are thought to just be wildly inaccurate, it still gives a glimpse into the potential of what this game had actually cost humanity. The chance of mourning. In early 2020, source code from both Pokemon Pearl and Diamond were leaked online. And unlike the Space World demo, this dump was full of some, I don't know, much weirder code. Hidden within the codebase were certain dates regarding various tragedies that have impacted the world. And to showcase what horrible events these were, Pokemon decided that they would decrease spawn rates by 10% on those days. I have no idea what the actual aim was behind this. It's been theorized the decrease in spawn rate was to discourage players from playing the game on days of mourning, but a 10% decrease honestly wouldn't have even made a dent in the overall spawn. If anyone knows anything more about this, please comment and tell me. The Burger King recall. If you're one of the now grown children like myself who used to collect every Pokemon item that ever surfaced at Burger King, then you should consider yourself lucky to even be alive today. With the launch of Pokemon the first movie, and as part of a $22 million promotion strategy for this movie, Burger King began including small Pokeball capsules with Pokemon toys inside each of their kids' meals. The promotion was a massive
The kids
success.
are choking on the
Within
Pokeballs
10
and
days of
dying.
the initial launch, Burger King had to release multiple apologies for the shortage of toys. And while everyone seemed happy, about a month into the promotion is when things started to take a turn for the worst, as a child had been found dead with pieces of the ball covering their nose and mouth. Although Burger King had argued that the promo toy had passed rigorous safety tests, the Consumer Product Safety Commission had
Hey, you
urged
should never
Burger King to put
underestimate a
recall
child
in
and their
place to
ability
stop
to
this
kill
before it
themselves.
became a serious
And that's what
problem.
I've always
However,
been
Burger
saying.
King pushed back and decided to await an autopsy to confirm that the ball was the cause of the death before issuing a recall. They didn't want to spend time and money scaring their consumers if, for whatever reason, this wasn't actually caused by the toy. I mean, come on, we all know how kind and caring these big corporations are. They care about your health. But as weeks had gone by from the initial incident, it was no longer
I think that's a
just
good
one
size.
victim, as a
I'm pretty
father
happy
had
with
found
that.
his infant child with the Pokeball clamped around the child's nose and mouth, but this time was able to remove it in time before the situation
Why are
had
these kids
escalated.
clamping
But this was
Pokeballs over their
ultimately
nose
the
and
straw that
mouth?
broke the camel's back, and Burger King had finally put a strategy into place to begin the recall. But before they could, this story leaked to the press and it exploded.
Burger King is recalling millions of Pokemon balls after a baby playing with one dies. Elizabeth Bermudez shows us what makes the toys dangerous.
This was not only a massive dent in the reputation of Burger King, but also a very dark area in the Pokemon franchise. But hey, no need to worry about all those silly little deaths. If you return your Pokeball to the nearest Burger King, you can get a free small fries. And with that, folks, I'd like to say thank you so much for making it this far. And if you did, please leave a comment and let me know, because I can't even put into words how much I actually appreciate it.
Hey, we did it. We watched that whole video while I was mindlessly mining and stuff. Shout out Porter. That was a good video. He's a funny guy. I got some messages and shit. Foot of a ferret Pokemon history video. Go. Hyra, I didn't even know you were still here. Foot of a ferret Pokemon. Oh, that's not how you spell Pokemon. Which... Oh, the history of Pokemon? You and me both.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's
Didn't
episode
have a lot of the
Pokemon.
horror,
Ready,
though.
set, go.
Yeah, it was
Machiya
mainly
Tokyo,
just the
1981.
iceberg.
Japanese gamer Satoshi Tajiri begins writing, editing, and selling his own series of arcade gaming magazines known as Game Freak. Over the course of the magazine's run, several fellow gamers joined up with Tajiri to contribute to Game Freak. Chief among them was artist Ken Sugimori, who became the magazine's illustrator. However, as the years went on, Tajiri began to realize that a lot of the current arcade games maybe weren't the best. So Tajiri and Sugimori decided that the best course of action would be to take matters into their own hands and make video games themselves. And with that, on April 26, 1989, Game Freak evolved from a fan-made magazine to an official video game development company. A company that developed a decent handful of games between 1989 and 1994, including the likes of Yoshi for the NES, Mario and Wario for the Super Famicom, and Pulseman for the Sega Mega Drive. However, it would not be until November 27, 1996, that Game Freak would see real success with the release of two games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green, both for the Nintendo Game Boy. Inspired by Tajiri's childhood love of bug collecting, the Game Boy's link cable technology, and Square's The Final Fantasy Legend, Pokemon was a turn-based RPG in which players assumed the role of blank slate silent protagonist number 721 as they set out on a journey to collect and train creatures known as pocket monsters. Oh my god, that's why they call it that! As the game begins, players are allowed to choose between one of three starter Pokemon, a fire type,
This
a
sounds
water
very
type, and a
Nakey
grass
Jakey
type.
coded.
After choosing their new battle pet, the player can now explore various towns and environments, battling, capturing, leveling up, and evolving a wide variety of Pokemon, with the ultimate goal being to defeat
Had
8
Snow.
Pokemon gym leaders, stop an evil corporation, and battle your way to becoming the very best.
No one ever was.
Now that was the plot of the game, but the real goal, the true end goal of the game was to try and catch all 151 Pokemon, and that's where the two different versions came in. You see, both Pokemon Red and Green had version-exclusive Pokemon, so in order to complete the game 100%, players would have to link up their Game Boys via link cable, whereupon they
I
could
was
battle
always
each
curious
other
about
and
that.
trade various Pokemon amongst themselves. And it was
On
this collecting
why
and
you
trading
get certain
mentality on
ones.
top of the game's more
I
accessible
just
and
liked
simple
the
take
look
on
of
turn-based
Pokemon
combat
Diamond
that
more.
made Pokemon
I like
Red
blue.
and Green massive hits, going on to see several special edition re-releases. The first of which was a limited run blue version only available through mail order for subscribers of the Japanese manga magazine Koro Koro Comic. Although it did eventually see a full retail release a couple years later, around the same time that Pokemon saw its second special edition re-release, Pokemon Yellow. This game changed up various story elements of the additive color model trilogy in order to tie in more to the Pokemon anime, which, yes, of course there was an anime, and I'm pretty sure it's still around.
I was a
It's
Pokemon
kinda
Pearl
like
guy.
The Simpsons
Yeah, my
of
brother
anime.
was
It just
also a
never quite
Pokemon
seems
Pearl
to
guy.
die. Now, where a lot of Game Freak's previous titles were never released released outside of
Back
Japan,
pay.
the sheer success of Pokemon in its home country quickly warranted a nearly worldwide release, with the North American versions of Red, Blue, and for some reason not Green being released on September 28, 1998, and Pokemon Yellow following suit on October 1st, 1999. So after only 3 years, Pokemon had gone from a developer's handheld experiment to an unprecedented worldwide phenomenon, with a successful anime series, manga, trading cards, and a total of 4 games. But when you get down to it, Pokemon Red, Green, Blue, and Yellow were all just different versions of the same base game. It would not be until the turn of the century that the Pokemon series would see its first real
had that
sequels
Pokemon
in
Red on the
Pokemon
Game Boy.
Gold and Pokemon Silver. Released in Japan
I've
on
literally
November
only
21st,
played like one
1999,
Pokemon
and in
game,
North America
which was
on October
Diamond.
15th, 2000, Gold and Silver expanded upon
And
the
even then,
formula
I barely
established
played
by
it.
their predecessors by introducing 100 new Pokemon, a real-time day and night system, a mechanic known as Pokemon breeding, and new rare shiny Pokemon. Implemented to show
Pokemon
off
6.
Gold and Silver's compatibility with the Game Boy
Have
Color.
to get ready
And
for
just like
Quells,
the games
enjoy the
before
rest of your
them, Gold
day
and
and
Silver were an
stream.
incredible
Is it
success, selling
gonna
several
be
million
shown
copies in only a
anywhere?
few
Is it gonna be
months, and
streamed or
receiving
anything
an
like that
updated
or no?
version exclusive to the Game Boy Color known as Pokemon Crystal. So by this point,
Otherwise,
with
good
7
luck,
hit games in
'cause I wanna
Japan and
watch it.
6 in North America and Europe, the Pokemon series have both established and solidified itself as Nintendo's newest blockbuster franchise. A franchise that Nintendo and Game Freak were determined to keep going strong, releasing a consistent stream of sequels every few years. Starting with 2003's Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire for the Game Boy Advance, followed by Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, and Black and White 2, all released for the Nintendo DS in 2007, 2011, and 2012, respectively.
I'm a
all of which
Roblox
brought new batches of
Pokemon
original
brick
Pokemon,
bronze
except for Black
gal.
and White 2, as well as their own tweaks and new
Whatever
additions
that
to the
means.
series formula, while keeping true to the core gameplay that made the franchise
I do
want to
play one of the
Ruby
Pokemon
and
games.
Sapphire introduced self-explanatory double battles. Diamond and Pearl was the first in the series to allow for online multiplayer. Black
Disable
and White took
the
things a
item
few steps
switching.
further than
Yeah,
Ruby and
I'm
Sapphire
okay
by
with this
introducing
one.
triple battles and rotation battles, and finally Black and White 2 was basically more of the original Black and White, albeit with some fun new side games. All 8 of these games received very positive review scores and were some of the highest selling games on their respective platforms. And in addition to these 4 pairs of sequels, the 2000s also saw a nearly equal number of Pokemon remakes. You see, in 2004, following the release of Ruby
But yeah, I
and
wanna
Sapphire,
play,
Game Freak used the
I've got
engine
it in
behind
my-
those games to create
my
new
rank
enhanced
1
versions
thing.
of the original Pokemon Red and Green. These remakes were
Can't
known as
remember which
Pokemon
game.
Fire Red and Leaf Green, and while not selling quite as well as the original titles that preceded it, they did set a trend that other Pokemon games would soon follow. Over the next several years, the world saw director's cut re-releases of both Ruby and Sapphire and Diamond and Pearl, known as Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Platinum, respectively. Then later, on March 14th, 2010, Game Freak and Nintendo released Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
That was in
which were, as the
2010?
names imply, Nintendo DS
like
remakes
that
of
was way
Pokemon
later.
Gold and Silver. And that brings us up to the current generation in late 2013, when history repeated itself yet again with the release of Pokemon X and Y for the Nintendo 3DS. Being the first games in the series for Nintendo's stereoscopic handheld, Pokemon X and Y were also the first games in the franchise to boast fully polygonal 3D graphics, as opposed to the 2D bird's eye view of all 21 of its predecessors. And on top of this, the game also boasted a wealth of new Pokemon, as is tradition, as well as a new
Wait,
mechanic known
Pokemon
as
X and
Mega
Y were
Evolution,
3D?
which differs from standard
The hell?
Pokemon evolution by being temporary. It's sort of like
Lucario,
Digimon
Lucario.
if Digimon were still, you know, relevant. But anyway, as always, X and Y were met with universal critical acclaim and are currently the best-selling 3DS games of all time. And just as they did on the GBA and DS before it, Game Freak took the basis of X and Y and used that as the foundation for yet another Pokemon remake, this time of Ruby and Sapphire. Released for Nintendo 3DS on November 21st, 2014, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire completely revamped their source material with fully 3D graphics and multiple gameplay mechanics implemented from X and Y, including Mega Evolution. And just like the 23 freaking games before them, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire received very positive reviews and sold extremely well. Now, for the time being, Pokemon X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire are the most recent games in the core Pokemon series. However, much
Zazu's
like
having a
Nintendo's
tough
other
time.
juggernaut franchise, Super Mario, there have been a seemingly countless number of Pokemon spin-off games released ever since the series began. The most notable of which being Pokemon Stadium and Coliseum, which attempted to bring the Pokemon RPG formula into the 3D home console market, as well as Pokemon Snap, an on-rails photography game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, a dungeon-crawling action RPG series, and most recently the upcoming fighting game Pokken Tournament, an augmented reality mobile game named Pokemon Go, and the 3DS title Detective Pikachu, which... Please give this to me as soon as possible. I just need it. I am thinking Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments mixed with Hey You Pikachu, and it is just something that I need in my life. Please, soon, please, please, soon. And the craziest thing is that all of these games only scratch the surface of what has become the Pokemon Empire. This one franchise boasts 25 main series games, mountains of spin-off games, a 19-season anime, 18 films, a long-running trading card game, and a seemingly endless amount of toys and other merchandise. Pokemon, more so than virtually any other video game franchise in existence, has managed to completely transcend the realms of being just a video game series, becoming a worldwide phenomenon pretty much overnight. And perhaps the most impressive thing is that today, 20 years since the start of the franchise, Pokemon is still just as big as ever. After 2 whole decades, the unbridled popularity of this RPG series has stood strong, arguably without a single misstep. But really, what else can you expect from a series that has inspired such wide-eyed wonder and nostalgia in both the young and old for generations? Pokemon knew exactly what it wanted to be back when it started in 1996, and since then it has only gotten bigger, better, and more adventurous while remaining true to that foundation laid 20 years prior. And with so many more new and exciting experiences already on the way, it is clear that the Pokemon series will continue to entertain and inspire for generations to come. Thanks for watching, guys. TFTBA.
Was that Matt Pat? Alright. Let me figure this out real quick. It was 15, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 by 11? Yep. No, but he is a friend. Ah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So I want this to almost be like a circle shape. Go out like this. No. Like this. Maybe? I can't figure this out. My brain's not working. Actually, no, I think that does work. Okay, that definitely does not. How did I fuck this up? I can't, like, my brain's not even comprehending what I'm trying to do. Like this. I think it's gonna be... I think I can't really do a circle, can I? Because it's not even. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's right, but it's also way too much of a gap. How did I get that so wrong? Is it because it's over by 1? Oh, wait, maybe I can do it like this? I can do like 3. And then 3. 3. And so then apparently that's supposed to be right, but that's just not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. I think that's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that is right. It just does not look right. Alright, let's Try and make this work, I guess. That's... But why? Huh? Wait. Oh, my fucking brain, dude. That's 2 off the wall, but this side is only 1 off the wall, but they're the same distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've just like mined out too much of it, I guess. Is that something about a warden? Yeah. Let me try and just... Ah, fuck. But now because I've like just broken everything, I can't... So I can just do that, and then that fixes it. This is all wrong. This is all very much wrong. And I think it's just because the width of it is not right. This is so unbelievably incorrect. But I think I just break all of this. It's because I don't have like a top-down view. That's just so fucked up. But like, why? I think that makes it a bit better, just doing that. How the fuck do you do a circle? My head. I can't, like, literally my brain has just turned to mashed potato. And I can't cope. I think that's kind of correct. And I think it's just messing me up because it's, like, not symmetrical. But what if I just bring it in even more? Oh, dude, I'm hungry. It's becoming less and less of a circle. I don't think I can get a circle. But that's not correct. And I can't figure out why that's all fucked up. That needs to be there. That's why. Dude. This hurts. This hurts my head so much. Like, that's not anything. I mean, it kind of works though, I think. But what if I just bring it in? Oh, man. Oops. I think that's okay. If I just do that, I think that's alright. I wouldn't mind doing like a different kind of block, like quartz or something like that. But I think this is fine. That's actually okay, I think. And then I could do like iron bars, even if it's just like in the corners or something. Let's see if Jet and who else was it? Yazoo. I think let me see if I can. Oh yeah, wait, slash set home. So now if I just go slash home. Yeah, okay, cool. Slash set home. One. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just want to see how this is going to look when they go to, like... I just essentially need to do, like, a little test battle to see how it looks. Let's say the 20... That actually should be fine. I think I'm going to need somebody that can build to, like, help me make this look better, but I just wanted to get, like, the basic, like, foundation of it done. I'm gonna need to mine out the ceiling even more as well, though. But that's kind of what I want with the point of this dropping down a little bit, so then people can... not be hitting their head on the ceiling. Yeah, I like that. Supposed to, like, sort of trickle into looking scary. Now, maybe while I wait, I need to figure out how to set up a betting book kind of thing. How to set up a how to set up betting odds is the thing. Alright, the 3 types of odds: fractional, decimal, and money line, also known as American odds, of course. Of course, I had to name it after themselves. One type of odds can be converted into another and may also be expressed as an implied probability percentage. Like, I basically want it to be similar to how it works with, like, the channel point gambling. So... Okay. Moneyline odds are accompanied by a plus or minus, or the decimal odds. Represent the amount that is won for every $1 that is wagered. For instance, if the odds are 3.00 that a certain horse wins, the payout is $300 for every 100 wagered. Okay, we've got the calculation chart here. Oh boy. That's confusing. Like, California, sports betting is illegal? Yeah, so this is the problem, because we obviously need to be taking, like, a percentage of the thing. Okay, here we go. Sportsbet. Sportsbet.com.au. The number one problem. How to read betting odds. Yeah, I like the odds of being fractional, where it's like 3 to 2. But it's so hard to, like, understand. A $10 stake at $25 equals a return of $250. I was worried about getting to this part because I was like, fuck, I don't know how to run like a betting book. Using odds to calculate the probability of an outcome couldn't be easier, especially with decimal odds. The formula for calculating probability is simply just dividing a $1 stake by the odds on offer and then multiplying this figure by 100 to see it displayed as a percentage. So let's say a horse is paying $7.50 to run first. Using the above formula, $1 divided by $7.50 times 100, a 13% chance of winning. Oh, so what if it's... What if it's something that's like... Because obviously if... Or, I don't know. I think if both of the Pokemon are the same type at the same level, and really it's like anybody's game, we can just kind of do it like that. Let me see. So I don't have just like a normal Pokemon, right? Is there actually such thing as just a normal Pokemon? There is, right? Like a... Comes out disguised... Oh my god, this makes so much sense. Comes out disguised as the Pokemon in the party's last spot. So that's why it kept coming out as Pichu. And that's why it kept confusing me. Dude, my fucking Pokemon was confusing me. God damn it. Normal is a type. It's usually like normal mixed with something, right? It'd be like normal flying, normal fighting, whatever. Palladium. Okay. Can I just straight up steal a Pokemon? Forgot to mention that. Okay, Jet's AFK. Hyra's here. I'm gonna take off my helmet. Let me figure out what, like, how I want to do this. Because I don't want it to be that, like... I think maybe I could set it as, like, events, where, like, every week it's a different type of Pokemon. So I could do, like, this week it's flying type Pokemon. This week it's fucking electric type. And I think that would work a bit better, because then it, like, the requirements could be you need a level 10 to level 15. It could be like a hard cap. Like if your Pokemon goes over level 15, they can't participate. Hello, Pidgey. So then it could be like, okay, you need to get fucking low punny, man. Why are your eyes on the side of your head, bro? So I think... Jesus Christ. I think that's a good way to do it. Because then we could just do... I could just straight up be like, okay, do you have a level 15... A level 15 to 20 in a fire or electric Pokemon? Balls. Hello. I forgot to ask before you got here. Do you have a like a level 15 to level 20 electric Pokemon? Okay, wait, wait, the Gengar's a dark type? Okay, that works too. Come with me. Ghost is fine, I guess. Ghost slash poison, okay. So, basically the plan here that I have is essentially it's going to be that the Pokemon fight in here. Okay, did not realize they can just walk out like that. I want to have it so it would be like a case of for a certain week, the event is like, okay, it is this type of Pokemon and this like level of Pokemon. So like it could be level 10 to 15 electric type Pokemon or something like that. And then people come in and fight. So I think the way now, I don't actually know how the proper fighting goes between two people. That's why I wanted to see. Yeah. How do I even... Throw out Pokemon while looking at me and click battle. Oh. Okay, I see. Alright, give me a second. Alright, I wanted to figure out if I have the actual trainers stand in there as well, or if they just stand on the outside. Because I think I can't reach you from here, can I? Like if I was standing out here. Yeah, no. So I'd have to be standing... Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. Cool. Alright, well yeah, that was literally like pretty much it. I just wanted to see how that stuff worked. Thank you, appreciate it. Alright, cool. Wait, that's good. So we can literally... I can just get in contact with somebody. Whoa. Is that Pigstep? Love Pigstep. So I can just get in contact with somebody that can do building better. And I can make the stuff look a lot cooler. And then we could probably start doing the shit in like the next stream. So we can probably wrap up here. I'm going to reach out to a couple of people who can build. And hopefully people that can keep it on the down low. I can hop on, build a team to battle you if you want. I mean, if you want to jump into the server, that's chill also. It's just like a lot of stuff to go through, like whitelist and shit like that. But of course, if you want to play, you can. But yeah, so... Let me figure this out. Off stream, I'm gonna message someone because I don't want like everybody to know about it. I want the whole point of it that it's like somewhat secretive. Obviously, people are gonna find out through the stream, but And like with it being a trap door and shit, I can straight up, like, once the people have come in after, like, at the certain time, I can straight up just close the trap door and then nobody can come in. And then we can have the actual battles. So fuck yeah. I think that'll work. So that's a pretty good spot to end it. I'm happy with that. Let me put music back on. Hell yeah. And then because the odds are literally going to be like 50-50, I think maybe it'll need a little bit more work, just because if it's going to be level 10 to level 15, there's going to obviously be different probabilities of people winning. But then I guess at the same time, if there's a lot of people that are in there over the course of the like tournament or whatever it is, people are going to, like, people's Pokemon are going to level up. So if you're winning, you're just going to level up more and then become stronger. So I think this could work. I think I could start a pretty successful underground fight club in Minecraft COBBLEMON SMP. But I think that's a good spot to wrap it up. Let me see real quick, because I think Davey is streaming, and I also think Davey is doing a subathon for his birthday. So I want to raid out to Davey and go say hi to him and show some love. A 72-hour subathon. So we're going to do that. I appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys coming and watching. Sounds like you're making a gym. Yeah. But not really. I'm making a fight club where people gamble for entertainment purposes. And then I can still be making progress financially, or economically, I should say. But yeah, we're gonna raid out to Davey. My hands are really cold. Vinx, thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate it. I can't scroll up in the chat. The fuck? Hayden, Tenshi, Rayhara. I said that weird. Rayhara. Zach. Felis. Who else? That person that the bot that was offering followers. Jet. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll be live again on Tuesday night. So a fighting type gym? No, it's an underground fight club. Oh shit, he literally just got raided. But we're about to raid out as well. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday night for that stream. Have a good weekend. Drink plenty of water. Get lots of sleep. Also use the warp filter, because I'm pretty sure Davey has it as well. Alright. Bye everybody.
Thank you for the raid. Why are there so many raids right now? Get raided again, nerd. AayoJack, thank you for the raid. And by the way, it's the